Hi, my name is Marion Daney, and I am allergic to latex. I am so mad that I was not informed about latex and what latex could do to you. I was working in the hospital, and after about 2 years, I started breaking out. They didn't really explain to us about latex. I ended up in the ER because I did a IV for a patient because I was a pharmacy technician, and I broke out on my chest and my back, and I broke out on my arms, and every time I would come back to work, I would start itching all over, and I knew something was wrong, and nobody wouldn't help me. Nobody would explain to me what was going on. So I ended up being disabled in 1996. So I have respiratory problems, so I have to use inhalers all the time. I have to use Max Air, and I have to use Advair, and I have nasal spray every night that I have to use to help me breathe. And I go through deep depression, and I still am suffering from it. And I use Lexapro because at times, yes, I wanted to harm myself. I wanted to cut my wrist. I wanted to drive my car over the bridge. I never thought that depression was so real. It's very real. And I carry an EpiPen with me everywhere I go because if I'm outside and the weather changes, or if I'm around rubber, because rubber comes from latex. I didn't know that either. Tires and all the bikes and balloons, and I just can't be around that stuff because it will make me go have anaphylactic shock. It was my breathing would get shallow. I could stop breathing. I can go cardiac arrest. So I was ready to write a book, and the name of my book is Latex is Not My Friend. In this book, explain about what latex can do to you. What latex come from? What are the risks being around latex? Who is more likely to be, become allergic to latex? Nobody is immune to be allergic to latex. You can go get a test and see if you are allergic to latex, and sometimes it could be negative and you're still allergic to latex. Some people have problems when they go to the dentist. It's a lady in the book has allergic to latex, went to the dentist, and went into anaphylactic shock right there in the dental office, and had to get rushed to ER. Had to be in ICU for days. This has happened to her at least 50 times. A lady went and got her hair done, got extensions put in her hair. They used glue. Guess what? The glue has latex in it. Band-Aids have latex. Balloons, latex. That's why the hospitals have banned balloons, the latex balloons, because the patients have problems with the latex. On the Tyra Banks show, they had a model on the show, and she became somehow a product that had latex, and she had to get rushed to the hospital. Even Kelly Ripa off of Kelly and Regis, she had a bad reaction when she got in the whirlpool because it had latex in it, and she broke out in whelps and had to get rushed to the hospital. Latex is very serious. It's like the nipples from the pacifiers, the nipples from the bottle, some of the diapers. It's very dangerous. Even the underwear garments, people have problems with that. Even in my book, a little boy, he kept breaking out because the underwear had latex, and he was breaking out. Some people have a problem they don't even know. Yeah, ask your doctor about latex. I've been to like 35 doctors, and about 2 or 3 understood a little bit about latex. I could have died. I wrote this book to help people to understand about latex. Latex is not my friend. It has not been good to me at all. Yeah, it has good advantages of it. And right now, even Johns Hopkins, which is one of the big hospitals all the country, they want to stop using latex stuff. They have an article in their new Baltimore paper in the Sun about latex allergy that Johns Hopkins Hospital has stopped using them. Some hospitals have stopped. Some of the doctors or the nurses in the medical field, it's no big deal. Yeah, right. I could have died. Educate yourself about latex. I am the only person that have written a book about latex allergy from my point of view, for what happened to me and what happened to other people. Hal, the one from the Navy, he died. He was a nurse, and he knew about latex allergy, trying to spread the word, but he died. He went to cardiac arrest. Some of the doctors had a baby, and she didn't even know she learned to latex, and she's in my book and tell about her story. But nobody has never wrote a book about their experience about latex allergy. I wrote to all the talk shows, Oprah, Ellen, and Tyra Banks, and Dr. Phil. I'm trying to get my word out there. I'm trying to tell my story. Help me tell my story. Buy my book. Try to see to help educate yourself. This book is also at authorhouse.com, authorhouse.com, or also Barnes & Noble. You know, Barnes & Noble, look me up, Google my name, Marion, MARIONDANEY. My book is, Google me. I mean, you know, read my book about latex allergy. This can help save some lives. Understanding is the key. That we need to learn and read and protect ourselves. So that we don't know about things, you know. And some of these doctors, well, you know, some people think, oh, it's nothing here where I could have died. I don't want somebody to have to suffer the grief, the emptiness that I have. You know, if I would have died, my son, he would have had a mother. You know, but I want this book to be out there to help people to understand. God led me to write this book. I have a purpose. It's my destiny to help you understand about latex. So look me up. Buy my book. It will help educate you. All right. Well, I hope that you can get some understanding out of this. And it's been really difficult for me. It took me 8 years to write this book. You know, but I just want if an impact on somebody's life that, you know, their children won't suffer. They won't suffer, you know. That they'll say, hey, maybe I am allergic to latex. Question yourself. And if you are, don't use latex gloves. There are alternatives. You know, talk to your doctor. Read about it. Okay, until then, have a nice day.